The Wally Show podcast is our daily radio show heard live through the Way FM app each morning and hosted by Wally, Gavin, and me, Betty Rock. For more fun, be sure to connect with us at wayfm.com/Wally.
The Wally Show podcast is brought to you by Colorado Christian University Online, where you can earn a degree online just like Betty Rock. You can learn more at ccu.edu/Wally. It might take her a hot second to get to the point.
The journey is usually the part that you remember anyways.
But it'll be worth it. It's News-ish with Betty Rock on The Wally Show.
A dad on TikTok posted a video lately that has caused some major controversy because of his burning question to a particular group of people.
To all the stay-at-home moms, I feel like you're lying. Because of what I get to do for work, I can still stay home and pay all the bills. And my wife will have to go to work to make her money. And I have a 1-year-old daughter. So I'll stay at home and I'll take care of my daughter. I can give her 3 meals a day, change her on time, get her into her naps, playtime, and still make sure the entire place is clean. So can someone please tell me, when does being a stay-at-home mom become hard?
Facts.
So you can, you can imagine the controversy in the comments. I mean, I flew to the comments. I took a Delta flight to the comments.
They lit this guy up, I am sure.
Oh, no.
Oh.
A lot of people were agreeing with him.
Yeah.
A lot of people were.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's a question that a lot of people are asking. They just never had the nerve to ask it. So I'm going to read you a couple of comments that stood out to me. One person said, "You're going to trigger all the lazy moms with this one."
Man.
Someone else
What are
said,
they doing?
"It's not hard. They make it hard." Another dad said, "Easiest job I ever had." One mom even said, "It's only a burden if you don't want to be a stay-at-home mom." And then finally, another commenter said, "They like to play victim."
Oh, wow. Those are all like shots fired.
Really? I know. So
Yeah.
here, I did find some science behind all of this. A real key to this is when women feel burned out, they feel like there is a lack of help or a lack of acknowledgement, or maybe both.
Yeah, appreciation.
Exactly. So if you as a husband don't give your wife the acknowledgement or offer to help in some way, she can start feeling lonely. She can start feeling resentful, not only to you, but to the kids as well.
Yeah.
So I think that that's something to look out for.
Okay, so placate. No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my
I'm just kidding.
goodness!
Look, I see both sides of the story. I know there are definitely times where taking care of a kid and being the sole, stay-at-home parent with that kid can be giantly frustrating, time-consuming, especially when they're little. They own you, and you're exhausted. Like, I get all of that. The older they get, it gets more manageable, and you do have more time, like especially when they go to school. Guess what? You have 7 hours that they're gone.
Right.
Like if I had 7 extra hours in my day, I'd shudder to think of what I could do. And so I think that the initial stages are really overworked for either parent, and then it does get better. I mean, there are days when my wife will I'll come home and my wife will be like, "Hey, can you get the mail?" I'm like, "I've been gone for 10 hours. You couldn't walk outside to get the mail?"
And you've had an empty nest for
Yes. Yes. I'm like, we got issues. We need to talk about. Oh, no, she's up. Oh, no, she's on her way to. She's
Marty,
on her.
he said it. He's not sorry.
Betty made me. Betty made me. This is The Wally Show, and we are following a developing story that's happening right now, and it's not funny at all, and
It's hilarious.
it's a little scary.
Wally's in trouble.
for one of
Wally's
us.
in trouble. Wally's in trouble.
So here's what happened. Here's the deal. Betty Rock set me up for failure.
No, I just did a news story about this guy on TikTok that he asked an important question to a certain group of ladies, I'm going to say, and it got a lot of traction.
To all the stay-at-home moms, I feel like you're lying. Because of what I get to do for work, I can still stay home and pay all the bills. And my wife will have to go to work to make her money. And I have a 1-year-old daughter. So I'll stay at home and I'll take care of my daughter. I can give her 3 meals a day, change her on time, get her into her naps, playtime, and still make sure the entire place is clean. So can someone please tell me, when does being a stay-at-home mom become hard?
And that's when Wally said, preach.
Yeah, so I kind of agree with some of that. I'm not going to lie. There's parts of that I 100% agree with. But then I made it personal, which was my error.
Fault.
And I said, yeah, I don't understand how, like, my wife, who's a stay-at-home wife, now empty nester, I'll be pulling into the driveway or tell her I come home. I call her every day on my way home. She's like, oh, can you get the mail on your way in? And now, granted, our mailbox is a good 40 feet from our front door.
That's tough.
Maybe 30. And now just digging myself in.
Dig that hole,
and,
sir.
And I'm like, why? What was so busy today that you couldn't walk outside, get a little sun on your skin? And so I was kidding around about that. And
Kidding.
then, I was totally teasing.
Yeah,
and then, because I love it. And then as I was finishing up that conversation, I looked at the clock. I was like, oh, no, she's awake. She's on her way to an appointment this morning. And I got a text as soon as we finished that break. I heard it all. Let me see. And my response, I'm going to walk you through the
please,
text chain here. Marty, I heard it all. Me, I love you so much. Just kidding. I love getting you the mail. Smiley face. Whatever. But I love you and I appreciate you getting the mail.
Aww.
Me, always my pleasure. Marty, okay, I love you. Me, love you too, girl. And I just had to keep putting in love yous in there. How many love yous are in there? There's
Not
a few.
enough.
Yes. Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. We're gonna play a little game here. First of all, I need to know who on the show is fans of the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, not the Christmas, the Thanksgiving.
Me.
Special.
Me,
Oh, you really?
Me. I love everything Charlie Brown.
Do you really? I never got into it.
They're so cute.
As a kid, I didn't like it. As an adult, I'm not a fan. Gavin?
It's so boring.
Is it
no
really?
offense.
It really
but
is.
like maybe a little bit of offense.
I'm
It's
sorry
boring.
if just good nostalgia
Yeah.
and straight at the heart sweetness is boring.
It's
for
not
you.
funny.
Wow, you're even yawning.
Yeah.
Okay,
Even
sorry.
talking about it, even people who talk about it bore me.
I sound like the Charlie Brown teacher.
Wah,
Wah,
wah.
wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a little game. We're going to see how much you know about the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special, not the Christmas
That's
special.
a tough one
I
because
know.
the Christmas one overrules.
Yeah, it
the
definitely
Thanksgiving
overshadows
one.
it. Like, for example, here's a test question for you guys. Lucy is only in the opening scene of the Thanksgiving special. Fact or fiction?
Fiction. Have you even seen it, Gavin?
No.
Yeah, why would I?
I've seen it multiple times.
I've
Yeah.
tried to watch part of
Should I
it
even
and
play?
couldn't.
'Cause,
Yeah. So, Betty, you say fiction.
Fiction.
Yeah, okay. That is actually fact. She's in the beginning of it with the football, and then she's not in it the rest of the time.
Well, she's not the best.
Because she's not thankful for anything.
Yeah,
she's just
not,
angry.
Yeah, she's not kind.
Yeah, see,
No.
I don't want my kids watching that kind of stuff.
please.
Like, do you think it's funny to pull a football out from somebody and humiliate them? You're a bully, ma'am. So that's not the lessons I want in my home. Okay, so with that being said, maybe you are a Thanksgiving Charlie Brown aficionado. We are going to play a little game with you right now, all right? So if you want to take on yourself, because basically you got to make sure you get 2 out of 3 right, you can win a prize. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. And you may be able to convince me that the peanuts aren't the worst thing on the planet. 855-33-WAY-FM. Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. Martin, welcome to the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving Fact or Fiction game. Now, do you like Charlie Brown?
Actually, my family and I love peanuts, so yes, I do.
Okay, see, I'm not a fan. I've never gotten it, never been into it. Betty Rock is on your side, so maybe she can help you out with these questions. Here we go. Fact or fiction? Marcy was actually drawn with 2 left hands for the first half of the special before they realized it was an issue.
I'm going to say fact on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with him because, I mean, it wasn't the best animators working with the
You weren't
Peanuts.
working with the A-team. They
No.
were everyone that couldn't work at Disney and went to work with Charles Schultz. And, well, apparently we're not working with the A-team in this game either.
What?
That is fiction.
Oh, man.
Oh, that is a bummer.
Way to go, Martin.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The actors who voiced Lucy and Charlie Brown actually went to high school together. Fact or fiction?
I want to say fact on that one because I thought they all grew up together.
On the TV cartoon, they did all grow up together. In real life, Lucy and Charlie did go to school together.
Hey!
They
we
remained
go.
Facebook friends after that, too. So, okay, you got that one right. Nicely done. Fact or fiction, one of the producers had an issue with Woodstock committing bird cannibalism.
What?
Yeah, when they carved the turkey and had turkey to eat, one of the producers had a big problem with it, but Charles Schultz insisted that Woodstock join Snoopy in the carving and eating of the turkey. What do you think, fact or fiction?
Sounds odd, but I'm going to go with fact.
Betty Lou?
I'm going with fiction. That
Yeah.
just seems too much.
Well,
Back
thank
in the
goodness
60s.
our good friend Martin is playing.
No.
That is fact!
Oh my word.
Apparently, there was a big issue about this, and then the producer, years later, edited it out when the Charlie Brown special went to CBS.
What?
But then, when it went to ABC in 2001, it was restored back to a cannibal Hannibal Lecter eating Woodstock.
Okay.
So, you know what, dude? You got 2 out of 3 right. You're a winner today, Martin.
Hey, thank you guys. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show, and one of the things we do as part of the ministry at Way FM, other than playing songs, is our prayer wall, and this is where you can go and leave a prayer request when you have something that you want people to help you pray for. You know, if you're not involved in a small group, this can kind of be your small group, and it's cool because when someone prays for it on their end, there's a box and they check this box. It says, hey, I just prayed for this. No information has changed. But then you'll get a notification that says, hey, somebody just prayed for you. And like, I think those notifications are really cool to let you know that, yeah, people at random times during the day are coming across your request and lifting it up. Like this one was anonymous. You don't have to use your name. You can. You don't have to. It's up to you. But this one was like, hey, I need prayers for my daughter. She's having mental issues. She's been in the hospital for the 2nd time this month. Oof. We're seeking wisdom and a good doctor and medical insurance, and she's only 22 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when your kids when your kids become adults, you think, okay, good, my work is done. Sometimes the work gets harder, honestly, because you don't have the control over them you had when they were little. And then they have adult problems now, you know, and you have to navigate those, and they're scary and they're hard, and you can get lost. And I think, too, like when I pray for people inside of these things, I pray for like what they've asked for, you know, as well. But I also pray for strength and peace, like for this mom.
Right.
Because that's what she needs as well. Because she can't change what's going on with her daughter. She can't alter that. She can literally just love her daughter well. And this is something that is going to have to be worked out with doctors, her daughter, her own faith. And so one of the things that I like to do is pray for their peace, because when you're in a chaotic situation and you don't feel like God is there, sometimes you can feel hopeless.
Yeah, I'm sure this mom can feel very isolated.
Yeah.
So I'm sure when she posts this on our prayer wall, you know, those notifications like you were talking about that she will get when people pray for her will mean the world to her, because it'll feel like she's not alone in this, that others are praying for her. And maybe that's something that resonates with you and something you would like to pray for. Check out our prayer wall. When you text the word pray to 91979, I will send you a link. That link will take you straight to our prayer wall, and there you'll find that request along with so many others. So please feel free to pray for this mom as well as many that are needing prayer as well. Text the word pray to 91979 and I will send you that link. Hey, Wally, do you have a minute?
Sorry, busy.
I have cake.
Oh, what do you need?
Yeah, see, that's a perfect example of even though we are busy, we make time for what's important.
Yeah, because going back to school as an adult, you're busy with work, you've got family, but if you want to make your education a priority, trust me, you can do it. Betty did.
Like when I first started, I was super intimidated because it had been a while since I've been in school. But I mean, from the very first conversation, I felt like they were setting me up for success.
Yeah, and going back to school with CCU's flexible online courses makes it so convenient.
Yeah, and what's so cool is every class has a biblical worldview perspective. And so you think, well, how can they turn math into a biblical worldview? They find a way.
Yeah, and that was one of my jobs when I was teaching at CCU, was integrating not just the facts and figures of things, but how your faith plays into what you're going to do.
CCU offers Christ-centered higher education, transforming students to impact the world with grace and truth.
Cultivate your mind without compromising your heart. Get started today at online.ccu.edu. Colorado Christian University is a nonprofit impact partner.
In a broken world, stories with humor, heart, or hope are a nice change of pace.
There are some things money can't buy.
It's News-ish on The Wally Show.
You guys remember the Altadena fire that devastated parts of LA on January 7th, almost a year ago now?
Huh.
And amid the allegations of mismanagement and misappropriations, many people have not received the help that was promised or been able to rebuild. So you have this whole community that there's very few houses going back up. This was the fire that, got a lot of notice because a lot of celebrities lost their homes and stuff.
Okay.
Remember that one?
Yes.
And so Habitat for Humanity stepped up and is trying to help rebuild. And now Disney is coming to help the community out as well. Disney Imagineers, who are some of the best engineers in the world, are giving back by helping try to rebuild and reimagine the public spaces in this area, in this community that were lost to the fire.
That's awesome.
And so, one of the things was this really beloved park, and they're going to make it a theme park. The gift shop's already constructed. And, no, I'm kidding.
Of course it is.
No, but they actually are going to redo this park, and they are using elements of Altadena to kind of decorate it and theme it and stuff like that. So it's going to be a good place for the community. And additionally, Disney is going to build an amphitheater for performances and community events. And they're going to help the community out with the lighting of the tree and a toy drive.
Good.
So they're really committing to this area, and they're putting $15 million towards it. And so
It's like a Hallmark film.
yeah, it's they're giving back, and they're trying to make what made this area special. They're trying to remake that and make it better for the people that live there. And the poor people caught in the lunacy that is LA, the permitting process to get your houses back. People didn't see the money, the millions of dollars that were raised to help people. The people on the ground, the regular human being people
Right.
that need it, haven't seen it. And it's a disaster. Corrupt insurance companies, all of this nonsense have hampered the rebuilding efforts. But hopefully, my hope is that Disney can't solve all of that, but Disney can bring an eye to it. And when they start working in it, maybe they start to grease those wheels a little bit and get people taken care of as they're doing the other stuff.
The Disney magic.
I know, they need it, man. I'm telling you. And maybe that'll shine a little bit of light on this and move it process as they try to move it forward as they try to rebuild their lives. Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. We're going to talk about some good things here. This is kind of cool. There was a small school district in Ohio that set up a microphone in the middle of the hallway, and they invited students to come share something good that has happened to them recently. And I love this idea about focusing on the positive things, because high school can be kind of a grind. And so here's what some of the kids had to say.
I woke up at the good time today for school, so I didn't miss the bus.
Someone told me that my hair looked really pretty today. There was a new girl at school today, and I think I made a new friend, so yeah.
I got 100% on my German test today.
Miss Gates, she complimented my artwork.
And I got my braces off recently.
I finally got a girlfriend.
No,
that was
no,
you.
No, he didn't. I promise you, he did not. That's aspirational.
But that is great, because it can be so easy to fall into that comparison trap, and then that leads to just negativity and always seeing the downside of your life compared to someone else's highlight reel.
Absolutely. And we as adults are not immune to this,
Nope.
And so this is what I want to do right now is, what is one good thing? Because it's real easy, even in the midst, especially if you're in the midst of something right now that's really hard, to refocus for a hot second and go, all right, I'm going to make myself find one good thing that I am very thankful for. This is, in my opinion, outside of clinical depression, those two things are very different. But this is one way to start pulling yourself out of that dark and heavy spot when it's not clinical, but it's more situational. It's to reshift what your focus is on, and you find one good thing today. Tomorrow maybe you find two. The next day you find four, and it can radically pull you out. It's just a good technique. And so we're going to do this with you today. What is that one good thing? I wish that kid would call back. Okay, I didn't get a girlfriend. I was lying. I was hoping for one. But maybe he did. Maybe he did, and he's really happy for it. And God bless him. I'm happy for him. All right, so 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. What is that one good thing in your life right now that you are thankful for? We'll try to take a bunch of people, kind of like they did there in a little montage, and see how many we can get to. 855-33-WAY-FM. So, Lexi, what would you say if you had that microphone in front of you?
I stepped on a rake and it didn't go through my foot.
That is such a reason to be thankful. You're absolutely right, because it could have gone through your foot, impaled you, and then they'd be calling you Limpy Lexi. All right, Kristen, you're up. What is one good thing, if you had that mic in front of your face, that you would share with people today?
I would share that I have been recovering from back surgery, and I started swimming several times a week, and now my back is feeling great.
Interesting. I've always heard that aquatic aerobics really do help your joints, so you're living proof of that.
Yes, it was a big surgery with bolts and all that in my back, and so now I'm feeling so good with no pain.
That's amazing. And I think the idea is that the water keeps a lot of the weight off of your joints. It helps support you, and that's what helps you like maybe recover faster or not hurt as much. You just feel weird because usually the people that show up to a water aerobics class are like already wrinkled before they get in the water.
Stop it.
What is that one good thing in your life you're thankful for?
I am so thankful for my little grandbabies. I live with my daughter, and they are 10, 6, and 4, and they are so precious, bring me so much joy. I love hearing their little pattering feet running down the hall to my room, and seeing the Christmas through their eyes and the joy, and it's just such a joyful thing.
Yeah, because it's weird, like when families kind of move back in together after you've been apart for a while. Some people struggle with that, and it's difficult, and it's very contentious. So I'm really glad that your situation is one of joy. Like, I would love to have my daughter and her husband closer to us, for sure. Maybe not down the hall, but closer. What's one good thing that you are thankful for in your life there, Lyda?
Well, I am thankful for my 12-year-old boy, but I was thinking specifically this morning. I woke up, and he made me some chai tea, and it's the little things.
Now, Lyda, you are doing good as a mother because someday your son's wife is going to be thanking you that he already knows how to make chai tea and bring it to bed.
Right.
The big question is, did he show up with an iPad and then turn it around and go, hey, the screen's going to ask you a question?
Getting you caught up. It's news-ish on The Wally Show.
What you got, Gavin?
If you are not a fan of change, then you're going to love this news. And by change, I mean coins.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm like, part of me likes change, but not change in my pocket. I hate that.
No, it's clunky.
I got one hand in my pocket. Okay, go ahead.
So if you're not a fan of change, you'll love this. The last penny was minted last week, which, I mean, what an era. What a lifetime
what are we gonna do
they
now?
had. Yeah.
I was at a place, I was at like a Culver's, and the guy goes, hey, can I just give you less change because we don't have pennies? Government, right? And I'm like, okay. Right, sure. I don't even think you know what you just said, And so I got less change. Other companies have like rounded up. They're rounding up their prices to the next nickel.
That confuses me. But they still exist. They say there's probably 300 billion pennies out there. Ooh. And some places are doing interesting things with pennies moving forward. Like you mentioned, some places, I think it was McDonald's that's rounding up. So you're not paying. There's a grocery store in the Northeast that's doing this weird promo where they're trading gift cards for pennies that you bring in, but they're doing, for every 2 cents, or for every penny you give them, it comes back as 2 cents on a gift card. So the math being, you could bring in $100 worth of pennies, which would be a lot, and then you would get $200 in gift cards to that place.
That would be so many pennies.
Yes.
That's a promotion that somebody is going to like show up with thousands of dollars in pennies, and then they're going to be like, ugh, what did we do? Because the thing about it is, when you said, like, I thought if it was cash to cash, I'm like, well, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
That's bad business. But where it's a gift card, it's smart. Because say you ended up with $8 in a gift card to that place, you have to spend it there. They're going to get you there, and you're going to spend more money than that $8 gift card. I've never known anyone that has Kohl's cash that didn't spend all the Kohl's cash and then some.
Yeah, at the end of the day, all that money is just going to be back in their
goes
pockets.
back in.
It's smart on them. And then somebody did a poll asking a bunch of people, okay, how many pennies do you think that you could kind of dig up if you had to say so. And a third of people say that they think that they could at least find $1 worth of pennies in their
That'd be 100
possession.
pennies.
So between your
could.
car, your couch cushions,
You don't have any change
piggy
drawer?
bank.
I mean, I do, but not that much. Like, I don't keep it.
You don't have a jar filled with coins and stuff like that? It's like a wedding fund? You spent that already.
Was too close to home, okay? That got oddly personal.
She's like, I spent that already.
Rude.
Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show. There's always been a complaint that there's not great Thanksgiving songs like Christmas songs. And there you go. Matthew West proving you wrong there with his Gobble Gobble Thanksgiving song. It's kind of a tradition for a lot of people to, at Thanksgiving, gather around the table, and then you kind of go around and say, okay, what am I thankful for? And like a lot of people have done that for a lot of years. It's pretty standard, and it's a great tradition to have. Nothing wrong with that at all. But I was curious if there are other traditions that people do instead of that. And it maybe if you share that, it might be something somebody else goes, oh, I'm going to implement that in my family too.
I like that.
So Gavin, what do you guys do?
So we use these things. They're called, I think it's either poppers or crackers. But they're literally, it's a British tradition. They're these little gifts that are wrapped in a cylindrical wrapping.
Yeah.
And then you hold, different sides of the wrapping paper, and then you pass it to the other person. So you're both holding one end, and then you pull.
Okay.
And it pop opens, kind of a silly little gift. But it's a British tradition. There's a little crown in it. You put it on your head.
Okay.
We do that for Thanksgiving every year now.
Really?
Oh.
I was telling some friends about kind of that. I didn't know the full thing about it. I'm like, yeah, and they pop something at Christmas, or they pop something at Thanksgiving. And everyone in my small group was like, oh, that's a Christmas tradition.
It is.
It is.
But we do it on Thanksgiving. Just because
Okay.
it's sometimes we're not always able to see each other for Thanksgiving with her family.
Yeah.
So we just started doing it ourselves every year.
Love it.
I have 2 follow-up questions. Where do you buy them?
Oh, you could, if you have like a World Market, or you could even see them at Target or Walmart.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then finally, does confetti pop out and then it gets all in the mashed potatoes?
There is no confetti, which would be a
Smart.
mess if that was the case.
Smart. Okay. Well, what is that extra tradition that you do in addition to or in place of the, hey, go around the table and say one thing you're thankful for? I'd love to know. Love for you to share it because you might inspire somebody else today. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. We'll take your traditions now. What is a Thanksgiving tradition in addition to or in place of to go around the table and say one thing you're thankful for? Because a lot of people do that. So we're looking for some different things.
So my husband served in the military for over 12 years. Now he's retired. But we serve a plate with all the fixings and set up a space for all the soldiers that can no longer be with their families or are deployed, or for the people that are no longer with us. So we just reserve them a spot for them.
I think that is really cool. Like, I like that you're, being mindful and remembering the people that maybe aren't with their families today because they're serving. I think that's great.
Hey, Priscilla, real fast, do you have any kids in your household?
No, I don't. I have 3 fur babies.
Nice.
But I do serve them a plate too, so don't forget about your fur babies.
I asked some people on our Facebook page to chime in, and Kathy did. She said, our only tradition is to get out a new puzzle on Thanksgiving that we work on putting together as a family to have completed by Christmas.
Oh, I like that. You're a puzzler, too, so you would love that. I
Yeah.
can't. Although, man, that would cause problems in my family, I think.
Well, because of you. You like to find that one piece and hide it.
There is that, and we all like to take the charge and take the lead, so that would be problematic.
Cindy said, we make pot pies with the turkey leftovers, then invite friends for Pie-Palooza and ask them to bring their own leftover pies as well and play board games.
That's fun. I like that, too, that it's extending out beyond your family into friends. That's good.
Yeah. And then finally, Lori, she said, we usually go primitive camping. It helps us appreciate what life was like then.
Oh, yeah, and be really thankful, because then if you're having to actually work a little harder for your Thanksgiving meal, you definitely might appreciate it.
Don't have indoor plumbing.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
the
yeah.
things.
We talked about this with my small group last night, too, and I was just asking, I'm I'm going to do this tomorrow. What are you guys doing? Leanne was like, well, we had a shooting contest. I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, I guess their thing is they would eat their turkey dinner, and then they would go out and have a shooting contest, like skeet shooting.
She sounds like my kind of people.
Oh, 100%. You would love this, Lady Rock. Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show, and I found this headline which definitely jumped out at me, and it said, "Are we living in the golden age of stupidity?" Which
Yes.
I instantly was like, Betty, yep, I feel that completely.
And Wally is part of the problem.
There's this TikTok going around of AI and these stormtroopers talking about this.
Why do we have anger management but not stupidity management? People get to be stupid, but I can't be angry.
Yeah, I love that quote. I feel like that because people are like, why are you always upset? I'm upset because people do dumb things. If people didn't do dumb things, I wouldn't be upset all the time. We're looking at the wrong thing. We're not curing the problem. We're looking at the symptoms. Technology, the reason I got onto this, though, is that technology and AI make life easier, but they're also dulling our minds. There was some research done on this, found that people using ChatGPT, like Betty Rock, who actually has one of the only people on the planet to have a subscription to the free ChatGPT.
And I have gotten my money's worth out of it.
You have, actually. But it showed that people using it extensively have less brain activity, weaker memory, and lower creativity than those unaided.
No, if anything, it helps me be more creative. It gets the ball rolling.
I will contend that AI is a good source for that. If you're using it as a tool like you would Photoshop or whatever to then go and be creative. The things I have a problem with are when people go, give me something funny, write a funny "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" for me. And then they just take it and they do it like that. And it's not funny, and it's so that's my thing. But if you're like, hey, what is an idea that would be a funny "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," and it says, how about this? And you go, okay, and then you write it. That to me is using it as a tool.
Why are you getting so angry, sir? I think we need to really...
Because I'm staring at stupidity.
Ask ChatGPT.
And then they say, as society embraces a frictionless tech, we offload thinking and memory. And that's very true because we're not... we don't wonder like we used to. Because before you'd have to think about a problem and how you would solve it. And now you just go to AI, you go to your phone, and kids have a sense of they don't have to wonder anymore. I used to have to be perplexed at how the TV signal got beamed to my house and somehow ended up in a box in my house. And now you just, this is how it works, Experts warn that the online world is designed to capture attention, not sharpen it. And I think that's very, very true when it comes to how we consume everything. We just want to be entertained. We don't want to be challenged. We don't want to go that extra layer and learn. And so I think for me, they're talking about this with schools, that it actually, all of this AI could actually be hurting learning and creativity. And over-reliance on tech produces users, not thinkers. And I think that's really good.
Yeah, if you lean on it too much, I could see that. But I'm not doing that.
No, I think my admonishment or my encouragement.
GPT told me to say.
You're fine, Betty, is what it said. Is don't let AI replace your creativity. Let it enhance it.
Uplifting Way FM. If it's trending, streaming, or starring, Betty Rock's got it on The Rock Report.
No celebrity wants to hear that they were born with a silver spoon in their mouths. They want to say that they were self-made. They did it all on their own. I know recently Paris Hilton, who is the granddaughter of the Hilton hotel brand, said that she was self-made, and a lot of people laughed in her face. But we're going to move on. I found some celebrities that are actually self-made, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of the behind-the-scenes story on them. So one of them is Halle Berry. Oh. Did you know that she actually ran out of money pursuing acting in New York City to the point where she was already working as a waitress, but she just wasn't making enough, so she temporarily had to live in a homeless shelter.
Oh, wow.
Until she did eventually actually make it.
All right, that's self-made. That's not Paris Hilton.
I would say so. I would say so too. Another one is country music star Shania Twain.
Man, I feel like a woman.
And Canadian, I believe.
Yes, she is. She is actually the oldest of 5 kids, and her parents died when they were young.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She ended up having to take care of all of her siblings because she was the oldest.
That'll make you grow up too fast.
Exactly. And she actually would sometimes have to go to school hungry.
Oh, wow.
I know, but look at her now.
Good for, I do like to see people that worked hard. They didn't use the hand that life had dealt them that was difficult as an excuse to not be successful. They rose above that. And then you hope that they remember that and give back.
Right.
You know?
And then finally, the one and only Selena Gomez. I didn't know this, but she was actually born to a single mom.
Okay.
And her mom worked 3 jobs.
Wow.
I know, that's a lot to get her little girl into acting. And Selena Gomez actually made her acting debut with Barney and Friends.
I love you. You love me. We're
Crazy.
all happy family.
That'd be hard to come back from. That's nightmare fuel as a kid.
The purple dinosaur.
Oh,
yeah,
the
I don't
talking.
know. He was big back in the 90s.
Yeah.
But anyways, she started from the bottom and rose to the top.
Yeah, and then that's another thing. That's a mom investing in her kid, doing the
3
extra jobs, to try and help her kid live out her dream and stuff too. So while you go, oh, wow, she's a really good actress and she's accomplished a lot, that's where very few of us, we say we're self-made, but there is an element of other people in our lives too helping us, get to where we had to do the work to be considered self-made, but very rarely does someone do it completely on their own, and I think that's a testament, especially to hardworking families that invest in the lives of their kids too. And you better hope that Selena has bought her mom a sick mansion,
I'm sure she has.
I hope so. You could consider yourself lucky if you have a friend in your life like Betty Rock. Hey, it's the Wally Shawn Uplifting Way FM.
Wow.
Because Betty Rock cares about a certain group of people. And if you're in that certain group of people, you are loved dearly.
Are you speaking
deeply.
from experience?
I'm speaking from outside the circle, looking in. But no, she's really intentional with her friends and things like that and the people in her life. And I think sometimes you take on people's problems too.
Yeah, recently I was talking with a friend of mine that her sibling has made some pretty bad decisions, and those decisions are affecting the whole family.
Been there.
And so my friend just doesn't know how to handle the situation because she can see how it's affecting their mom, how it's affecting their dad. She's also seeing how it's affecting her and her siblings' relationship. It's almost pulling them apart, and she hates that. She wants to keep a close relationship with her sibling, but it's hard to... She said it's hard to love my sibling because of the decisions that they're making. And I have told them over and over, this isn't good for you. This is bad. But her sibling keeps making these decisions, and she doesn't want to cut them off, completely. But she just doesn't know how to love them in spite of all this.
Yeah, that's hard. I know you wanted to keep their names out of this. If I guess her name?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Regina.
Regina George. No.
Okay.
No.
Let's talk about this though, okay? 855-33-WAY-FM. Maybe you've been in a situation like this before where you really can't alter somebody else's behavior in this. How do you love them despite their behavior or despite the chaos and pain that they bring to a situation? That is not easy to do. And maybe you have some experience with that. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. We'll take your story right now. What advice do you have, or how do you love someone who is causing chaos?
This is literally the season of my life that I'm in, and it actually drew me closer to God, and she needs to walk away because as long as she's there, she's buffering their encounter with God, them to meet him face to face. Because people don't change people. God changes people.
Interesting. So you're saying love at a distance when someone is an agent of chaos in your family, that sometimes they have to be out on their own and learn their lessons the hard way?
Yes, because more than likely they run to her to solve their problems. and she's solving the problem instead of allowing them to learn to lean on God to direct them. And in essence, they don't seek God, they seek her.
Have you ever been in that situation?
Yes. I had a sister-in-law who, every time she would come over, there would just be strife. And so when I knew she was coming, and actually when I heard them in the car, in the driveway, I would run to my room and I would just pray. And I would just ask the Lord for his peace over the situation and over the day.
You know, the crazy thing is, too, and I like what you're talking about, because when you go and pray, it's real easy to be like, Lord, please don't let my sister-in-law bug me today. Don't let her act the fool. Don't let her be, snide and nasty. But really, the prayer should be, God, help me to love this person and see them like you see me. And maybe that will alter the way that you treat them, even if they start off that way, but you don't engage. And maybe that starts to make a longer life change.
Yeah, it's asking for change in you and not a change in them.
Which is really hard to do sometimes, especially like when you're perfect.
Well, because I'm not, it did help me too.
Oh, well, that's nice. I haven't experienced that.
And now for some good news.
Uplifting way of him. This here is the Wally Show with a little good news. Giddy up. The regular news can be a bit cantankerous, and so we like to do good news, giddy up. Some of the good stories out there floating around in life. So let's start with you, Betty Rock.
A dog was out walking with his owner when suddenly the dog fell 100 feet down a cliff.
And the owner let go of the leash? That's a bad boy. Bad boy.
Dogs are unpredictable. Maybe he saw a squirrel.
Okay.
Yeah, you never know. But somehow, here's the good news. The dog is totally fine. He fell those 100 feet and he didn't have any broken bones, nothing. Now, rescuers did need to be called and they had to rappel down to get him, but he survived fully
nice that they
unscathed.
did that.
Yeah, they even got a group photo with the dog. It was really cute.
100 foot, that's
and
no
the dog's
joke.
like, I got some new friends. What's going on?
Yeah. What took you guys so long? I was playing fetch. Good news, giddy up. Gavin, go.
There's a 61-year-old woman in England saved her golf buddy's life after he called, say he couldn't make it to the course. She FaceTimed him and saw, he said he wasn't feeling good enough to golf. Then she saw him slump down in his seat. So immediately, like, well, that's worrisome. So she calls the golf course to get his address, drove to his place, called an ambulance. Paramedics saved his life. He had a heart attack, so good thing
my goodness.
she jumped into action. And best part of the story, he's back on the course.
Nice. There you go. I thought our pastor was going to have a stroke the other day, and he's young. And so he got up, he was on stage, and he was starting his sermon, and he kind of like slurred his words. And like, and I literally am like monitoring him, and because and I think though I think he had gum in his mouth or something. I don't know what happened, but like I'm like watching it, like, oh no, and then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have to beat an actual first responder to the stage to help if this goes south, but good news, it's good news, giddy up. He's fine. He did not have a stroke.
And you didn't have to step in because that would have made it worse.
It absolutely would have made it worse. So on that day, everybody won, honestly.
Well, that's the end, but it doesn't have to be. Check out our Aftercast. It's new stuff you didn't hear in the podcast. Be sure to rate us on iTunes as well as connect with us on social media. Just search Wally Show. And if you'd like to join our Facebook group made exclusively for you potties, the link is in the description of this podcast. Thanks to Colorado Christian University Online for supporting what we do.